So it turns out that the car was just running rich. I wasn't sure. Whenever they run rough like that, it's so hard to tell. And with this 3-cylinder engine, it is so rough when it runs rough. But getting some fueling pulled out of it. The map sensor's not quite reading right yet. I don't have it calibrated, so it thought it was in heavy load, and it wasn't. So it was adding a bunch of fuel. So got that taken care of, started to adjust crank angle. It's actually pretty close. It's about 3 degrees off, and Microsquirt doesn't let you do a negative crank angle on distributors, so we're actually going to have to adjust the distributor to get it exactly right. But so far, we got it running. So my plan for this car, for the O2 sensor, is to actually put it in the pipe off of the cast downpipe. And that way it's a little easier access. We can drop it down from there. I'm going to see if I have enough pipe to actually rebuild it in 2.5 inch. The factory, I think is what they have on here, is not quite 2 inch. Everything else is 2 inch on the car. So we're trying to give it that max amount of flow. I mean, it is a turbo motor, but it is still less than a liter. So we don't need too big a pipe. So we're going to get this up in the air and get that downpipe off. Ever. Huge bolt. So we're facing a small dilemma here. The downpipe has been welded to basically like an axle back or a cat back system, which I can drop it all off, and that's not a horrible thing. But I want to see where I can possibly fit the O2 sensor, and not against Innovate, the brand, but when you sell a bung that's an inch long, your wideband's really not in the flow of anything if it doesn't stick past. So I'm gonna check this on the lathe and take like half the threads off of it and make it actually get in the stream of flow. Right now I'm looking at trying to figure out where I can mount this that isn't horribly in the way, but also is going to get a good flow to it. I also need to check with Nick and see if he wants me to just cut this whole section out and jump it up to 2 inch, or how he'd prefer I approach. So I've got at least a couple steps I can do. Those nuts, I was not expecting them to come off. They were super rusty, but one of them came off with the correct size socket. The other one came off just with hammering a smaller socket on. So we are making progress. I was not looking forward to that part of it. So now I need to decide where this is going and what size pipe we're going to end up with. Another day on the project. We're actually going to rebuild this couple feet of exhaust that's a little undersized for the car. They recommend 2 inch pipe whenever you're up in the boost, and we're going to get 2 inch exhaust on here. So let's get cutting. Okay, got the exhaust done. It is kind of simple. Probably gonna have to shorten up that V-band bolt, maybe tuck it to the other side. Just plain as can be. Use the stock flange, stock gasket, O2 sensor now added in, flex joint, and we're actually 2-inch the whole way now for all the little bends there are. So let's get down and see how it sounds. Okay, we're gonna start it now. Kind of got to be careful up here on the lift, considering we're not on the ground. But let's see how it sounds. Got to hook the battery back up. Attempt number 2. Really not a whole lot louder. Sounds pretty good.